I really hate when I can't kill someone who's head glitching while I'm head glitching. Really sucks. But anyway, what's up everybody? It's Darkshak again, and I have awesome gameplay. 65 and 15 rushing because I like to keep it fresh and not boring, where I'm, sitting in one spot picking people off with a target finder. And yeah, this game has become more unappealing to me in the last couple of weeks. Like really unappealing, especially with the new map pack that came out like on Tuesday, I think. With that coming out, now you're gonna get a whole bunch of commentators and people making videos about how much they hate the Peacekeeper and how good the skateboarding map grind is. But who really cares about that? Because I honestly don't. I really don't think I'm gonna buy the map pack this time around, because previous Call of Duties I bought them and it wasn't really beneficial. I would get into the lobby and I'd do the same thing I'm doing now with all these other maps like Turbine and Yemen. I just back out if I get that map, and I get good maps like Overflow or Raid. Even though that sounds stupid because I'm not playing on other maps, those maps are stupid and I hate it. So I'm just going to stick to what I like and upload gameplay that I feel is more entertaining to you, the viewers. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was my progression in gaming. What I mean by that is, in the past when I was growing up and I was just a little kid chilling out, always playing outside, riding bikes, and then when it got really late and the street lights came on, I'd have to go inside, or else I, get a beating. And I'd go inside and I'd hop on a video game after I'd take a shower or something, just to take a break from, not take a break, but to continue to have fun before I had to go to bed. So I'd hop on a Nintendo 64 and I'd play this game. It's called Battle Tanks. And the whole concept of the game is you're in tanks the whole time, like army tanks. You're in those the whole time and you go against different armies and you have to, complete a strategy. It was like a first-person shooter. I mean, it was like a third-person shooter, except you're in a tank. And each tank has different weapons, so it was just really awesome to play. And I played Super Mario Brothers, like Super Smash Brothers, that game. Played that a lot, just fighting, and sometimes my friends would come over and we just play, hook up our different Nintendo 64 complicated 3-prong controllers, and just chill out. And then my gaming kind of changed from that point, because after I had a Nintendo, there's this game called Pokemon Stadium, and I was a pretty big Pokemon fan back in the day because I had my own Game Boy and I'd just walk around. I'd play that all the time. I started with yellow version, and I remember this one year I had yellow version with a green Game Boy Color, and I went to church camp during the summer and it just got stolen out of our cabin, and I was like, really? I was so sad. It was like you lose something so close to you. But anyway, later on I got a new one and I started off with blue version of Pokemon. And what kind of game is that? That's a role-playing game, right? RPG? Yeah, let's say it's a role-playing game. So I started off with role-playing games and third-person shooters, and then the GameCube came out and I was on to third-person adventure games. Oh, another game that I played was Star Fox Adventures. I have to say that because on GameCube, that's when I started playing the adventure game Star Fox. And I like that game too. And nowadays when I get on Xbox, I just don't like where I'm at. I used to have a lot of fun playing Xbox. I mean, not playing Xbox, but playing previous consoles and playing, PS2, Dreamcast, etc. But now, I just don't feel like I'm having as much fun. And the reason is because I'm playing way too much FPSs. Too much first-person shooters. And I like it and all. I mean, when I'm doing good, And even when I get mad, I mean, I still like to an extent because I don't completely give up on the game and, you know, throw it away or something like that, sell it at GameStop. I continue to play it because I want to strive to get better at it, but sometimes it's just stupid and it's just frustrating. And now it brings me to a point where I'm wondering why I'm not playing different types of games. Like, games that don't have multiplayer. Games that I can get on there and I just play campaign only. I'm not sure if it doesn't seem fun to me, or if I think going against people who are sitting at home on their couches is more entertaining to me, knowing that they're real people and I'm actually getting a fresh experience each time. Probably that's why I'm not doing it. But then, when I do try other games, I get bored of it really quick. Unless it's really exciting. Like, the only first-person shooter I think I'm playing... I mean, not first-person shooter. The only, like, single-player game that I'm playing right now is The Walking Dead. Like, I get on The Walking Dead and I play Chapter 1 and 2, and I'm really, really hyped about playing Chapter 3 because it's just a story. The storyline is just so good, and you get to choose what happens and everything. And just like when you watch the show and you're like, wow, what's about to happen? Is Rick gonna die? No, his wife did. Spoiler alert. But, you know, I guess if they made more exciting games like that, then I can play it. More games where I have a choice of what's gonna happen, and there's a whole bunch of different endings. I think that excites me. Just like if you're playing multiplayer, you're playing with a whole bunch of different people, and every experience is different. Like if you go into a different lobby, you can get some pro people who play all day, probably play the same amount as you, and they're just completely better. Or you're playing with randoms who don't even know how to play the game, or you're playing with, you know, semi-good people. That it just makes your experience different every time, and I just think it's fun. But me going back to single player games, I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Like fully go back to it and just stop playing first person shooters, or chill out with first person shooters and play single player games more. I think that what I'm gonna do is try out some other games, see how I like them, and see if I can just stick on them just for a while, just so I can get deep into the game. Like, I would say more than 50% completion, and then see if I can move on to another game that's not about shooting people. But yeah, that's my thought on that. Because as a kid, I guess you're just happy playing anything that stimulates your mind. You're like, oh wow, look at that. You're not thinking about graphics, and you're not thinking about storyline. You're just thinking, I'm moving, I'm doing something fun, this is entertaining, and I gotta go to bed in like 5 minutes, so might as well do this than read a book or watch a rerun on TV or something like that. And yeah, I just think that state of mind, that childlike state of mind, is just awesome. I kind of wish I could get it back. Hashtag nostalgia. But yeah. So I'm just gonna leave you guys here with the rest of the gameplay, and I hope you liked it. Make sure you guys share the video, comment on the video about, you know, anything. Do you miss your childhood? Do you miss that state of mind that you're in when you played games in the past? Do you play too much first-person shooters, RTSs, RPGs? Do you play too much of those? And do you want to get back to your old ways? Do you want to do it? And make sure you like the video and subscribe, because that'll really help me. And I'm coming out with 2 videos every week, and not counting like random videos that you see pop up. I'm talking about gaming videos strictly. so be ready for that. Just trying to build up my sub base, get more people to see my content, and I just want everybody to like it. So yeah, 62 and 15. Wow, I swear I thought it was 65. Anyway, it's Darkshak again. Peace.